Hey, we did it! We did it, y'all. When I say we did it, you did it, I did it, Nickelodeon finally freaking did it. There is another Avatar animated series and movie confirmed to come out on Paramount Plus, Viacom's new streaming service, to compete with all the other ones. There is now an Avatar Studios headed by Bryan Konietzko and Michael Dimartino, the original showrunners and creators. They're gonna have complete creative control about everything that goes on here. The reason I say that we did it is because I do not think it's a coincidence that the resurgence of Avatar coincided with not only Netflix's release, but all the reactions and reactors and people watching those reactions that preceded it. If you watched a reaction, if you liked it, commented, if you supported someone on Patreon to have them keep doing episodes of Avatar, you are responsible for this resurgence. A show can just be that goddamn good, right? That eventually the money grub and the studio heads are like, shit, well, we'd be dumb if we don't approve this. I kind of want to go over what's been confirmed, what I believe is going to happen, and why this is just the best news to come out of 2021, man. So what does this mean exactly? This means we're finally getting a successor to Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. People don't like to mention Korra for some reason. And it's going to be animated. I always strongly felt that animation was the way to go with this series. I mean, we saw M. Night Shyamalan. You guys have heard my thoughts on the Netflix series and what direction they're taking it. But animation is the only way you can get these sleek, awesome bending effects. The way the artist in those shows drew the lighting and the reflections on people's faces, the Agni Kai between Zuko and Azula could never be the same in a live action format. So I just can't wait to see what sort of new tactics and strategies they implement for this animated show and movie, because you know they're gonna bring the big guns. They have complete creative control. I'm actually going to believe Nickelodeon this time when they say they're behind them 100%. We kind of know what happened with The Legend of Korra. Some people blame Korra for the bad writing. Some people blame it for Nickelodeon's interference, yanking it off the air in the middle of season 3, constantly telling them they weren't renewed for another season, just kind of not being on their side during that show's run. I believe it's kind of like a combination of both. They were missing their head writer from Avatar, and they could have used a little bit more fleshing out, but I still thoroughly enjoy Korra as a series, so I'm very confident in what Bryan and Mike are going to be doing here. Bryan and Mike are going to be reporting directly to the new president of Nickelodeon's animation studios, Ramsey Naito, I believe. She was just hired. I read up a little bit about her, guys. She's there for the creator. She is there for inclusivity. She just recently hired like 500 new animators during the pandemic to fit their work from home situation. And she herself is going to be reporting to another new president of Nickelodeon in general, who's replacing the last guy who had been there for the last 18 years. So I truly don't believe they're gonna have problems from the top down when it comes to production, rushing them for things, randomly yanking something and throwing it on Nickelodeon online only. We're good, we're in good hands. Probably not gonna see it for another few years still, but we're in good hands. We're gonna see all kinds of new things, new characters. This map over here is probably going to be outdated by the time, but we're going to probably be exploring all these areas. I'm so freaking excited because there's so many possibilities with the Avatar world. That's why people love the show so much, because the universe they created was so fleshed out. And now that they have the time, the proper time and storytelling to supplement it, I think we are in store for some great movies, shows, possibly even video games. I know Elka Gaming is doing his Avatar in Dreams version all by himself, fan-made video game project. But something tells me Bryan and Mike are aware of that project and either will reach out to the guy or possibly maybe do something with video games later. I know it's not confirmed. Avatar Studios is strictly for film and television at this moment, but because they have full creative control, I do feel like we might be seeing something like that in the future. I mean, what else is there to talk about? I'm excited. We're all excited in the studio. I've ran up to everybody and people were sending me texts, runners messaging me, you guys wanted to see a video put out. I mean, there's not much to rant or rave about here aside from my excitement. You want to hear my top 5 ideas? Here, all right, let's go. Top 5 ideas for when they come back. They're hitting us with a movie right off the bat. So something tells me they're going to do the whole Zuko's mother storyline that they adapted in the comics. It was originally supposed to be like season 4 of the show or an animated film of the show after book 3. But I think they opted out of that to do the M. Night movie. And we all love that one, huh? A very great decision right there. But now we might get to see, the whole Zuko's mom story adapted. And If you're a longtime fan of the channel, you'll know that we took a crack at the Avatar comics, never finished them. I knew there was always a reason we didn't finish it. Now we can enjoy it in glorious animation. Maybe. That's my number 5. Number 4, we could be going back to Avatar Juans time, or perhaps an anthology episodes about different avatars throughout the whole entire run, because there's been like, what, 1,000 of them? Number 3, adapt the Kyoshi books. We have a book club here on this channel. If you guys missed it, there are still videos on the channel of us reviewing both Kyoshi books. They are incredible. Technically classified as young adult novels, even though I never viewed it as that while I was reading. Very hype, great stuff. It's all canon. Bryan and Mike didn't write it, but they influenced what was going in the book. So there's a lot of neat little tidbits in there and callbacks to past references that, again, just make me excited that this world is going to be fleshed out even more, so all of you can see it in its visual form, where I believe it's meant to be viewed. Number 2, they could be doing Aang and the Gang in the future. This is a popular one. People wanted to see this so bad. It was featured a little bit in Korra with the whole Yakon thing, and we might see a little overlap of that when we revisit them, if we revisit them. This feels like a surefire way to get everybody back. That's why I put this at number 2, because everyone's gonna wanna see older Sokka, everyone's gonna wanna see older Toph. There is still the Sokka x Toph shipping theory about if Su Lin and Lin Beifong are from different fathers. That's a popular theory. They could explore that. I don't know. That's kind of another thing I want for these series and movies, is for it to be still all ages, but more mature along the lines of Korra, because the audience has grown up. While these are supposed to be for kids, I hope they respect the fan base that grew up with the series and make something for all ages, because after all, that's what works best, right? Number 1, I really want them to do a brand new story. After Korra, we get the Earth Avatar. Let's do it. Okay, we've seen We've seen Fire Lord Roku, we've seen Avatar Roku's whole flashback story in that episode. We've seen Aang, we've seen Korra. We have not seen an earthbending avatar. I think that really could be explored. There's a lot of popular theories with like twin avatars possibly, having, you know, not only Rava being reincarnated into someone, but since the dark has to exist, maybe Vaatu was reincarnated into someone too, and you have 2 avatars. Maybe that's the season 1 finale twist. Oh, my twin brother was also an avatar, or sister, whatever. I just think continuing the series onward and moving forward is going to be another hit with the fans. We're going to want to see something like that. Just move forward, build on top of what was already there. Unfortunately, Korra had severed all her connections to the past avatars. Hopefully, maybe this new continuation series can have a whole story arc about going back and trying to fetch those memories out, because I'm sure they exist somewhere, right? Maybe. Paramount Plus is killing it. I was dreading another streaming service, but holy shit, way to go. Way to make everybody jump on that train immediately by announcing this. Big dick energy, Paramount. CBS, Viacom, I'm not a financial advisor, but I predict that stock to be soaring sometime soon. But if Avatar alone isn't enough to make people pay for Paramount Plus, there's also the new Halo series that is exclusively going to be on Paramount Plus. I could yell that to Chris and Mickey right now in the studio. They're gonna orgasm. They're gonna nut right there on the floor. There's a Beavis and Butthead movie coming out. I know that's old shit nobody gives a fuck about, but I could call my buddy Benny right now and he'll be ecstatic.
Dude.
What up, bro? They're coming out with a Beavis and Butthead movie, like a new one.
What?
Yes!
You're a fucking liar.
Are you guys gonna get Paramount Plus simply for Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Oh, yeah. If it's gonna be on there, yeah.
There's Paramount Plus now?
Alright, what about if I told you that they have the exclusive rights and they're producing the Halo series?
Oh, then I'm gonna buy it twice.
Motherfucker, dude. Please stop with the streaming service.
People are not excited to hear about yet another paid streaming service,
Yeah,
but
but if it's gonna have Avatar, I'll buy it.
hell yeah, bro, yeah.
Alright, let's
Okay. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, if you enjoyed this, please like the video and subscribe if you're just seeing this for the first time. Check out our Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra reactions. As always, you can support us on Patreon to catch early access and uncut watch-alongs to all of our shows. Big shout-outs to all of you, and especially all of our patrons, and we will see you guys another time.